You know what? Screw the timer. G'day guys, welcome to the DFRAG Invitational Close Qualifiers, the only game casted by myself and on my stream. Actually, that was a lie. The first one is a lie because I'll be casting a game tomorrow, but it won't be on the stream. We've got my favourite team, my favourite player, KZG. Definitely not biased at all, okay? You know, not biased. You know, JFT, they're a team, just not my favourite. But we've got KZG. If you guys don't know, Scott Fogg is one of my favourite players in there as well. Versus JFT, which is actually a new kid on the block going to ECL, and obviously being silly, improving themselves, and really just being, yeah, they did very, very well in the open qualifiers. I think they won the entire open qualifier, getting to succeed versus KZG as well. And you got some really, really good players as well. They did play with a sub with a lot of the open qualifier of Dicey, and he performed incredibly well. But overall, JFT are looking pretty good going into this. We get to the players at the moment. So basically, here at KZG, you got State Foggers, Hassie, Simbooks, and Kraz. Players to watch out for is definitely Kraz in particular. Kraz can clutch up at any time. And then you got State himself, the IGL. He can practically do it all. Let's just be real. He can do it all indeed. And they've made some changes. Obviously, Triplus coming in as the coach. They did drop a few players to bring in Foggers and Kraz. So a lot of players did move around for KZG. They got rid of Jinxie and also Mingovi as well. And also they lost DPR during that season to Rooster, which was kind of a, let's just say, inevitability really, because DPR was far too good for KZG, and it's kind of like, you know, it's like it's inevitability, really, you know, really inevitability that they're going to move over. They got Lyco Taco for JFT, got Coffee as well. Now, Coffee is probably a big issue of production because typing his full name with 6 O's is an absolute pain in my ass. So we've shortened his name. We've got Kaze as well, we've got Elf Milk and Bijal Shi, okay? Which is going to be quite a handful to pronounce, but we're going to get it right every single time, okay? Because that's the most unique name that we have in this competition so far. I did talk to Lyco Taco before the season for ECL on, you know, basically what they expect, you know, where they came from and whatnot. And basically, they were, you know, they had a team together initially, then a few players had to go off to do other things. And they, with their first season on Open, they made it to the relegations, and they were a bit surprised, basically, that they made it. There was a relegations. They're completely unaware of it. And yeah, so next time around, they yeah, pretty much it's they got in, they got to relegate. In fact, they won the entirety of Open in the end. And they got to ECL and they got picked up by JFT. And I'd say overall, players to watch out for, it's a mixed, I can say it's a mixed bag. I remember them laughing about not having a main AWPer, but Coffee is obviously in the main AWP. Dicey was really, really good last time he subbed in for JFT, but obviously he's not here. But I'm going to lean it between both Kaze and Coffee being the main carriers as well. Elf Milk did have a good game as well at one point as well. So yeah, those are the things to watch out for. So I'm just trying to check a few things before indeed I go live. But overall, I could say KZG should be the favoured party here in this matchup, given the fact that it's got that prowess, they've got the fraggers in there as well. And, you know, I use Mantra as kind of like a benchmark, and KZG smash Mantra, and JFT have yet to verse Mantra. But I don't think JFT are going to get the smashing that KZG did to whatever. So I don't think, you know, that won't be an issue. Let's just put it that way. Anyways, 2 seconds, guys, because I've got to do something because there we go. Basically, I have a few communications. I got my YouTube stream live on HLTV, and they're like going, "Yeah, bro, we can't see anything." So I've just fixed it up. Sorry guys about this quick delay. One of the maps, I'll get the maps for you guys in just a few moments, okay? Just a few moments. Just gotta flick something over quickly. Appreciate you guys waiting for me on this. There we go. What's the maps? Okay, we got the maps for you guys as well. So the maps, have they been announced? Because otherwise I'll be leaking maps, and that's not good. That's not good if we're leaking maps, okay? So we got the maps here. We get the vetoes coming in now, coming in hot. And let's see what the vetoes are going to be. What do you guys expect the vetoes to be, okay? What are you guys expecting the vetoes to be? Any people want to just show them up? I've got them here, so yeah. We need more train. Well, guess what? You're not getting train, okay? So trains off the menu, okay? Trains down, okay? You got 6 other maps. Come on, chat. You need to help me out here, okay? What maps have they picked? And anyone from the orgs can't answer, okay? Two of those maps have been picked, Jason. Okay, 2 of those maps have been picked, okay? So you have to pick who picked which one. But I'm bored, and you guys are not answering, so I'm going to spoil the maps, okay? The first 2 bans were Nuke and Dust 2. The first map picked by JFT was Mirage. So JFT on Mirage. KZG picked Ancient. And last but not least, the remaining leftover was Anubis. So I guess overall potential for KZG to 2-0 this. They are pretty good on Mirage. They also are pretty good in Ancient. Risky pick from JFT, but I know JFT are pretty good on Mirage as well. I guess at some stage you just got a 50-50 map where you kind of have to kind of go in on it. It's just like, yeah, we don't have many maps that we're incredibly solid at. So let's pick the one where we're most confident basically in it and then essentially go ahead with it. And that's what they've basically done. They're just like, yeah, let's go through this map. If it blows up enough bases, that's what happens, okay? We can't do much about it. KZG Ancient 1 tricks into forever. No, not really. They've been picking other maps like Mirage and whatnot. At the moment, we've got Estate in the server practicing his buddy hops to Ladder Room. And I gotta say, he's doing a really, really good job so far. He's actually nailed 3 out of 3, but hasn't got any clean ones yet, but he's nailed each one. So, just practicing his role basically as well. But I'd say overall, I think KZG has got a bit of advantage on the vetoes, given the fact they do play Mirage, they do play Ancient. JFT, if they do get to Ancient, especially if they win Mirage, they can put a lot of pressure onto KZG in particular, given that it's KZG's map pick, and also if KZG lose, they win 2-0. And then you got Anubis as well, and I gotta say, KZG, that's a 50-50 map, between these 2 teams. I'd say KZG's got the edge based on the aim department. I mean, you got a lot of fraggers out there as well. I know JFT do have a lot of fraggers as well, but I think KZG have just got really stronger ones instead. Kraz and Estate is just impossible to really deal with. And also KZG really work with off each other incredibly well. And, you got Hassi, Samux, and Estate who've been together for basically forever. You got Foggers and Kras as well. They have worked together. You got Triplus as a coach who's actually led multiple different teams. As if you caught my podcast with Crunchy, he talked about how much Triplus did as an IGL in that team in particular, on Archon before he moved over to Arcade. So yeah, a lot of things in particular there as well. Now also KZG did top up with getting a small site anchor being Foggers, but the downside for KZG, I would say in particular, is of course they've never got an actual AWP because obviously Hassi is not a main AWP if you guys aren't aware, but he took up the big green for his team basically. So that's one thing in particular. They've lost the AWP in DPR, not really much they can do there because Rooster were always going to come crawling. Because, let's just be real, okay? Rooster lost a player, they had JHD in, and yeah. Have all the teams made the LAN? No. They're basically 4 teams make the LAN all year. Let's just go through the format because we've talked about the teams. Okay, the format's like this, okay? There are 4 teams that will make it to LAN. There's 8 teams in the competition, okay? It's a double elim BO3. If you win 2 BO3s, you're in. If you lose 2 BO3s, you're out. Simple as that, okay? So simple, okay? Win 2 BO3s, you go into LAN. Lose 2 BO3s, and, you're either coming to LAN on a guest pass or you're at home, okay? That's pretty much it. Yep. Does that Format seemed very simple. You know, you guys in chat, you guys want to say something? Very, very simple format, okay? We should make it like all BO1s and have like, you know, a Swiss system, okay? A round robin to make the tournament go longer. But no, it's probably one of the fairer systems that you're realistically gonna get. And also, since I make the rules now, KZG get 5 chances. And no, KZG qualify for the LAN because they don't technically lose a BO3 until they win one, okay? They don't lose BO3s. They're only their wins count, okay? I'm only joking, by the way. We're just getting the players into the server at the moment. I just gotta make sure I use the right thing. KZG will finally play well on a LAN now that they have foggers. Of course, they'll win the LAN because they have foggers. Or we'll be shall see. You know, he should change his name to We. This will be We Shall See. That'd actually be a very good name, okay? Like basically his name is Be Shall She. And it says it should be We Shall See. Estate is at the moment, we're getting the server. I'm just chilling in the server at the moment. Estate is still practicing his rotate, the buddy hop to if you guys don't know the buddy hop to ladder room, he's practicing at the moment. He's trying to get it cleanly. Who's the new player on Fantage? You're talking about Sversen? He's a Eternal Fire Academy player that they picked up, which I'm surprised they picked him up, to be honest. Like, how did they pick him up? But he's been pretty good. I guess overall, it's going to be hard for him to get a spot on Eternal Fire, given that they picked up Jota in Eternal Fire, so now they've got 3 really good top fraggers. Like, you know, you got Jota, you got Xantares, you got Wicadia. And I gotta say, overall, looking at my fantasy team, Jota, then again, he was versing Imperial Valkyries. He farmed up big time as expected, okay? He farmed up extremely big time. From now on, in my HLTV fantasy teams, Jota's just in them, okay? He's just in them. He's the first player that's in that team because he's such an excitement machine. And, you know, I definitely enjoy it. But for this tournament, we got some excitement machines as well. We got Kras, the main excitement machine. And also we got Elf Milk. He's a bit of fun too. Coffee and Lyco Taco. They're all excitement machines. So, yeah. I think overall, like, you know, the AU League and whatnot, I know a lot of people disagreed with me. They're saying this as well because I think they were watching a FlyQuest game. And someone said, like, you know, this is the worst position that Australian CS has ever been in. And I'm like, no, I disagree. I reckon it's in a very good position. Like, if you're results oriented, no, it isn't. But in a foundation point of view, it's actually really, really quite good. Because it used to be back in the old days, it used to be Renegades, Animal Squad, or Bust, basically. Well, Animal Squad, I'm trying to remember what their org was previously. It's on the Winter Fox, that's right. And ESL Pro League NA is what you would enter, and that's it. And now we've got about 3 teams internationally. Obviously, they're not like they're competing in the tier 2 Asia scene in particular, and that's Semperfine talent. Okay, then you got Rooster, who are doing incredibly well. They're doing a lot better than anyone really expected. I mean, if anyone expected them to get a map of Atox, please say something, okay? Because I didn't expect them to get a map of Atox at all. And yeah, there's you know, other teams that are really challenging, like Rooster and a few others in regards to it. Now, the big thing Rooster's got to really get over with in particular is just being able to close out these matches against these top 2 teams in particular. More players getting paid more than ever, I think? Nah, I don't think that's the case. I still think it's roughly the same, like in the payment department and whatnot. Is that I think it's it could be given on the quantity with FlyQuest, Talon, and Semperfi. It's yeah. Overall, like, you know, is it sustainable? That's the main thing in particular. Like, is it sustainable? So yeah, That's the main thing in particular. Like, you know, it's great having more players being paid, but like, are they getting into tournaments? Are they being able to brand themselves and stuff like that? That's the main thing. Can we, you know, can we keep it up? And at the moment, I'm leaning to the left side of being doubtful about it, because we haven't got, you know, let's say the players are getting paid. Let's say Semperfi, Talon, and FlyQuest. Okay, FlyQuest, they're pretty safe because they're getting tier 1 invites. But the ones I'm worried about is, of course, you know, your Talon, your Semperfi, where they're working in the coalface effectively. Like, you know, working the coalface, and it can be quite difficult, you know. Do house bets? I have no idea. I should actually ask Brace if that's the case. I forgot to mention house bets as well. House bets have done a really, really great job on that roster, on that team in particular, because they were looking very lethargic, very lackluster, but they just somehow pull out these lower bracket runs against really the run of anything. Like, they've been playing really. Yeah, as I said the word lethargic earlier. They haven't been playing with any hunger. And then out of nowhere, they get these like hunger pains or like hunger streaks, and they just go on like a brutal lower bracket run and start really just getting into the faces of these teams. But like that's the biggest issue I've had with house bets, is that they just, I don't know, they just seem like they lose the hunger to win a lot of these BO3s or anything like that. Anyways, guys, we're gonna just hop onto the server. Game is going to be starting soon. You know, that's nothing against, you know, obviously I'm, you know, criticizing the players and whatnot, but, you know, obviously you want the best for them. Yeah, the sound is off. I was wondering what was missing. But I'd say overall, like basically ECL is going to be an absolute bloodbath, a brawl. That 5th spot is going to be crazy. And also you got Mind Freak. I forgot about Mind Freak as well. I thought Mind Freak's performance at the Blast Asia Rising was a bit poor. You know, in my opinion, it was really, really poor. They really should have at least beaten one of those teams. They did get a map of Chinggis, which, you know, I can give them a bit of credits there, but yeah. House bets, I don't, like, everyone is going, oh, house bets this, house bets that for Blast Asia. Actually, I don't think anyone was saying that, but if anyone does say that, it's just like, bro, look who they're versing. They versed a team that was in the major, Jijahal, and then they versed, I think, I have to quickly just take a look at it. Sorry, guys. It's completely slipped my mind who Mind Freak versed. I forget the second Asia Rising team they versed, but it's like a super, super rough. It's just like, bro, you're getting eliminated. So not Mind Freak house bets. That's right, they versed Cat Evil afterwards, and it's just like, you're versing one of the teams that got to Extremes Land, and also you're versing a team that was in the major. None of these teams get paid, as far as I know. Well, if they do get paid, it's not much. And the favourite is KZG. And we got Kaze on a bit of a tech pause at the moment. Did I type D Mirage in caps? I probably did. No, you know what's even funnier? Knife round begins. And obviously, you guys don't know if knife rounds are teams that picks the map. We'll basically just, yeah. It's, what time is it? It's about 12 o'clock my time. I'm on the West Coast. And yes, it would be 5 AM in Denmark. Coffee, can you, like, just die? Foggers, end in. Foggers? Fog? You're really bullying him, Foggers? Alright, oh, that's right, yeah, Kaze's DC'd. Yeah, never mind. I thought Kaze was back in the server. Never mind. So just waiting for Kaze to come back, by the way. Because I think he's still DC'd. No, he's back in, he's back in. what it... So yeah, basically, Coffee, you get knifed the moment KZG is like all good to go. They're just using it as a pseudo tech pause. So either team don't have to use the tech pauses. Let me just confirm that. Yep. Good work, Foggers. Okay, good work. So basically, if you guys don't know, like, if a person has a DC or anything like that, they have to use a tech pause. But sometimes people just use a knife round to just delay it, so let them get back in. They don't waste a tech pause or anything like that. Actually, it was the state who DC'd as well. So I think it was actually KZG doing it. Oh, there's some chatter going on. Guys, maybe, I gotta say right now, use your time to get some beverages while we get in. But obviously they're waiting for a state to get back. And yeah, get some drinks. Be right back. Better hide a drink just in case we have drink sponsors. Just in case. So waiting for a state to get back in because the state's, I don't know. What do you guys think your state's called it? You know, why is the state not connected to the server? Okay, let's find out. Let's get funny reasons on why a state is not connected to the server. Potato internet. That's number one. The potato internet, you know, his internet is a potato. His computer is a Game Boy Color. Winnie's just slashing out the public accusations already. Nah, that would be Foggers. Foggers is already connected. What else, you know? Estate's trying to connect to a different provider. You know, he doesn't, you know, oh, you know what? Doesn't have anti-cheat on. He has Face It Pro cheat on, not Face It anti-cheat. To be fair, I've wrote like announcing I've left the scene like twice now. I thought I was gonna leave in December, but like the payment, the tire buy, the advice book didn't go through, so it will definitely go through this time. Can finally go on a few cruises, few holidays during big events now. I gotta say, it was actually very, very beautiful today in Perth. I went down Riverside Drive, because that's where I normally do my hour walk. You know, get my walk for the day out the way, get my exercise out for the day. Very beautiful. Big, beautiful blue skies. Like, no wind. Like, yesterday was pretty, like, windy. So obviously I went out for Valentine's Day. But yeah. And I was, after my date, okay, I looked at my phone to check how FlyQuest went, and I'm just like, we fucking lost to Falcons. Oh my god. The unhappiness, that's all I'm going to say about that. The absolute unhappiness. To be fair, I did kind of expect these teaming issues because they're switching from Alistair, who's a more support AWPer, to a more power AWPer in Regali. Do you see Tez's insane spray 2-tap? All I need to know is that I've seen Tez's do that stuff before. So, you know, if he does that, I'm not surprised. I saw him do it when he was in Heroic and Copenhagen Flames, man. But yes, I actually got to watch that, okay? Because someone did mention that. But I'm just going to be, you know, all I'm going to say is I'm not surprised because Tez's is a miracle worker. Any team that gets Tez's is a very lucky team. Like, I think, well, what was it? I think when Heroic got Tez's and Refresh, I know it was Sush and Refresh. Because they already had Tez's. It's just like, yeah, Heroic are going to win a few tournaments. I saw that round, I was like, gotta turn off the stream. Yeah, pretty much it. It means if Tez's is on a tear, the game's over. Like, he's not donk level, but like, it's pretty hard to beat him as a rifler. Cadian debuff? He was really good under Cadian. It's just like that Heroic roster, like, they imploded themselves. Yeah, we want to go to Astralis. Like, that just killed the roster. Tez is the same, especially online. Online, his strike is a tad. No, he's good overall. He's just not consistently up here. Like I say, the biggest loss for Heroic was the biggest loss for Heroic was definitely losing Sush. But I can understand why they, like, you know, rotated that core out. Also, I saw Tricked getting back into the CS2 scene. Okay, and I'm surprised Tricked, okay, they deleted a lot of their old articles about their previous team. I'm not sure it's because of Hundred or anything like that, but yeah. That Tricked team was a very good treat to watch. Yeah, that Stratus team is not working out as greatly as people imagined, to be honest. Like, I'm a professional Astralis hater, okay? I don't think they're very good. And also, someone who was, I think it was Drawlin, posted, you know, what's the biggest what if story in CSGO? And I'm like, it's Bubsky. 100% Bubsky. If Bubsky does not go to Astralis, he would probably be still playing right now. Okay? He'd probably be still playing right about now, Bubsky, if he did not go to Astralis and sit on the bench for about, like, 2 to 3 years. A true 6-man roster, yeah. If this is what you call, like, you know, that's why I can't respect teams that do that. That, you know, that pick up players to keep them out the scene. Or not keep them out the scene, but keep them away from rival teams. Can't respect that. I would say overall, the other one is Rubino, because Rubino, if you don't know, because he's in that Nordavind team. Like, if you remember that Nordavind team that won every single map on Advanced, it was one of the few teams that were undefeated the entire season, didn't lose a single BO3 through playoffs, and mind you, this was a 32-team playoff, just an FYI, 32 teams. So, and it was also double elim as well, and Nordavind did not lose a single map. And then they got to ECL, and Rubino had to go in for, I think it was wrist surgery. I'm trying to think what it was, because Drawler did an article about him. He went in for wrist surgery, and he couldn't play. You know, he couldn't play for a very, very long time because of it. And obviously, there's a lot of changes in that Nordavind roster. You know, they also lost Croman as well. Croman's another one. Croman was a very good player. Like, that Nordavind team in particular has a lot of what-if players other than Hallzerg. Okay, because they had a lot of amazing players on that team that, you know, they all split apart due to various stuff. I'm trying to find out their team that they had. Oh, Safe's back in, so we can get back into it. But it was insane, like insane who they had. Yeah, they had. I'll put it this way for the game starts. They had Harry. They had Rubino. They had Holzerk. Tensky. And Rubino. Okay? They're that 5-man roster that won everything in advance. Did not drop a single game. And just an FYI, it's a European advanced. Which is crazy. Okay? It is hell. It is really difficult to be undefeated in that area. And they were completely undefeated. So yeah, anyways, we're underway. KZG versus JFT. I am Josh. I'll be your caster today. Welcome to DFRAG Invitational 2025, the closed qualifiers. 4 teams will go to LAN and 4 teams won't go to LAN. And probably will be sitting with me in the booth or watching me cast. I don't know if I'm at the event. I'm just making a joke at this stage, but we get Elf Milk leading the charge, telling Hassie that, yeah, I'm in apartments. I've got a lease, a Glock and a dream. Pop flash going in, and looks like they're trying something sneaky and trying for a B split. This is going to be interesting. Are they aware of this? The state's thinking it. He's just like, they didn't pop out of apartments after that flash. So he said BHRC. Now State's going to rotate back. It's going to be a hit. In fact, Lakataku's played very aggressively here. And it's Kraz from behind. Kraz was elevated. Kraz takes out the Palace play as well. Now Hassie. We might be able to nab this one in the bud here. Bombs dropped by Coffee. Hassie, they've got BHLC completely surrounded. He's aware of it as well, because he heard Hassie shoot before. BHLC, can he get a few frags? He needs to get a few frags, but can he hold on? No, he can't. So looks at the double swing is just up to Elf Milk, and doesn't really matter. Kraz able to just pinch them in. Yeah, I gotta say, Kraz being at this Tetris point really early on communicated a lot of good info. Is one, that they were this around this area on the map. And also as well, if they are going to go for a connector push like this, the ticket play, all the ticket play has to do is shoot one bullet and that's it. And they're like, you know, basically Metal Gear Solid alert signal down this way. And Kraz has got a free shot in the back. And that helped out a lot, on that retake. Well, not retake, but helped a lot on that crunch in towards window. The second shot was probably more good from Kraz as well. It was a one tap towards the Palace player, which meant there was no aggression coming in at all from A-Main and Palace. I see on the off angle. What are the lovely JFT players going up for? It's going for a B plant. They can get into the players. That's great. Some looks luring. Gonna fake it out. The FP9's gonna frag out. And Hassie's got 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is money in the... money in the back pocket. Gonna ask my favorite... There we go. Sometimes I answer questions on the map. For my viewers. There you go, elbow bro. Gonna be a bit of a tech pause here. Love heart as well. The good part about that round in particular was that Hassie gets a 4K. Gets the MP9 kills, very important. If they do lose this round, because obviously this is a bonus round, so generally with CT side, it's like, if the Ts don't force up, the bonus round is the third round, because they lose that round, they can buy rifles next round anyway. It'll allow KZG to have that AWP on Hassie as well, which is even more important. Actually, they're going to upgrade to the FAMAS. Remember guys, the FAMAS has got lower in price now, so they can do these sort of setups where they can buy a FAMAS instead. And they've got a rifle at least, instead of the MP9. Because they know they're going to be versing AKs and Galils this round. Give you a match medic here. And I think they're going to do the same thing where they're going to buy the FAMAS and chuck away the MP9. Right. Are they going to keep the MP9 on Hassie? Okay, looks like they are keeping that MP9 Hassie. If they were chucked it away, it looks like they're going to keep it. Back in. Big round coming up. Bonus round coming up for KZG. Gun round coming up for JFT. JFT need to like win this round to keep the CT economy steady. Can't let it get out of control. So looks with an early Molotov towards kitchen, trying to prevent a rush. Elfbelk is just waiting patiently. And Samux is putting his international experience on the line. Great nade, hitting Larko and Elfbelk for a bit of damage by jump spotting B, and he's going to get a Molotov for his little bit of damage. No switches yet. Samux just trying to re-establish B anchor control. So needs to get apps control at least. And he'll do is just meanwhile on the opposite side of the map, KZG just cleaning out Palace. Just say KZG have got an A buyer set up. The rotator's ready to go on A. Got to window. Fog is playing on an off angle for window to make sure the crunch doesn't come through. And here they come. Going to be an A side hit. Splashbang being thrown in. Elfbelk, they go ahead of it, so they dodge it all together. Kraz at default focus, shut down Larko Tarko, trying to come in from middle. Elfbelk trying to push forward. This A side trying to hold their no plays at default because she's cleaned out Foggers, and they might be able to get onto A here. State's got one, trying to reload to get a second as well. Kraz dropped on the site. Samuk's rotating across from jungle. State does recompensate, and this State, geez, that was a very, very tough round. KZG do get the third round on the board. Very dicey overall. Very good trades over, from both ends. And that was a good round from both teams in particular. Gotta say, probably the key spots that helped immensely was the Foggers here. Larko Tarko can't go through jungle. He's basically denied by Foggers, and that gets rid of the jungle aggression, which means that Estate is actually quite fine over here because he knows this is all covered by Foggers. Larko the one dig. Estate gets absolutely deleted. Larko is looking for the short player, but Foggers, he comes in under middle. He's got one, he's got two. Foggers out in the open. Somehow living. Like I say, Foggers got to just duck back in. A Kobe on coffee should be fine, and it is, and Foggers scores. And geez, Foggers, what a round. A 4K on the anti-eco. Darcy's not playing today. Darcy's usually a sub for JFT. KZG picking up a bit of money at the moment. This is what I'm talking about Mirage, by the way. Like, the bonus round. Like, if KZG do win, they can keep going for this. I'm not the only one who's... Like, I am the only one who's streaming this, but it's like more DFRAG organized it. But thank you. Fog is just hiding. Lakotako gets a bit of an action early on. A lot of flashes coming on. No trade backs yet. They're expecting someone to be in window. Don't know where. Passing from behind. Lakotako quick to trade. And they're going to go straight to B. They're not sure where Samux is, but they're going to say someone's going to be pulled off a site. Fogger's rotating back, but Foggers is not going to be there to prevent a plant. He's hearing a lot of the action go on. Molotov towards bench. Actually, JFT don't believe that the B anchor's gone off the B site. And given that they didn't catch anyone, they're just going to bait back and reset. I think they were trying to get the B site anchor, pull them out. If they win against B site anchor, 1-for-1 trade to get the bomb down. They know that the rotator's a bit far away, but they're going to go and reset. Fogger's just clearing out a lot of the angles to make sure they're not in the site. And Fogger's going to check short. It's going to play an off angle. Probably just saw a smoke go across, looking for the short player. Now Larko seeing Foggers. Foggers got one, but Foggers in a lot of trials. Trying to force them to execute. Foggers does exit towards short, but he's going to let them plant. They're going to have to play for a retake. They're coming in for an early thing at State. Trying to catch one of the players, trying to switch over, trying to cross over. Samux has communicated as a player at Van. All coming together at market. They got to be aware of short because they think Foggers could be there. The bench player getting flashed a lot. Molotov being thrown in. As Taylor has got one. Coffee gets a double as well. It's up to a State and a 1v1. They know that Elfmel could be... Oh, no, they don't know Elfmel gets a couple of shots and nails it. I think Samux deceived me there because Samux was spraying towards this van location. I thought Samux, caught the movement here to van, but it seems like he didn't. It seems like Samux is just firing through the smoke to keep pressure. They didn't actually know Elfbelk was there. And Elfmelt gets a very easy 1v1. Got all the information he needs. KZG, they've got enough money to buy up. Not the strongest of buys, but, you know, a buy nonetheless. Coffee. Ooh. Coffee. What did he do? He fended off the Molotov. It's like it bounced up and didn't go off at all. Like it bounced off his hand. Must have got the hot hand. There must be, you know, flick of the rifle coming out and just goes away. A lot of aggressiveness coming in for KZG. An off-angle, a lot of off-angles. Kaze pops in. And Kraz takes down Kaze. They reveal both spots in the site. Stay very close at Tetris. We're going to bunch up the sandwich instead. State not going to win against BSHC with the MP9. Oh, geez. Taka caught Kraz as well. They're in on A. KZG going to really go for this. This is a hard one. You have to make it a 3v3 before you go for this. Well, Lyco, Taco. They do take down Hassie. Lyco's still burning. Lyco gets a bomb planted. HE pops out. Foggers is legged. They're still going for it. Foggers grabs one. Does he expect the second player at Tetris? Probably not. And the second player at Tetris doesn't swing out yet. Surprised he hasn't swung out. There he is. And there we go by Elfmelt. Elfmelt puts 2 on the board. I was going to say right now, was a bit surprised Elfmelt didn't swing out sooner. It would have definitely caught a lot of players completely unaware. Give me anti-eco for JFT as KZG. Well, you know, their winning ways come to an end. Losing an important gun round, 2 important gun rounds. Gonna be just USPs and sweet dreams. BSHC pushing forward. He knows there's nothing against him, basically. Oh, jeez. Didn't see Kraz. They heard Kraz burn. Doesn't even know where he is at the moment. Kraz might be able to pick up that AK. He's going for it. Just swinging out. He knows the place at top middle. He's going for that AK. He's grabbed it as well. And Larko Taka, he's gone down as well. That's another AK picked up. Elfmelt, can he catch these players from behind? There's a bit of a diabolical here for JFT. They've given away 2 AKs. Samux had a jump onto Elfmelt. They've got to be very careful in going to these sites now. State, he's heard 2 jumps already going towards B. He's heard steps as well. He's going to try and catch this trailing player. Coffee's going to be aware of it. He's keen on the angle. And Coffee does take down the State. That's actually a smart play there. We've seen both Kraz. Kraz can't get the headshot. He's trying to play the angle and mark it. Elfmelt trying to play guard, man. Now, meanwhile, Cass picked up the States. Or AK taking down Coffee. I don't think they're going to go for this. I think they're going to take the AK and AWP and run. This has really just been a punch in the mouth towards JFT there. They've lost 2 weapons to KZG. Dicey's not playing at the moment. Dicey's a sub for JFT. He's not one of their main players. It'll be a 3rd round for JFT, but I gotta say, they've given KZG a very easy buy next round. Elfberg's gonna keep running. So KZG are gonna have a really, really good buy going into this round. Like a really, really good buy. Because they picked up an AK out of that. Like, for example, you know, State can afford a 5.7 as well, which is really, really good with the AWP. JFT, close to tying it up. Big round for them. They need to tie this one up. Coffee coming in. Very aggressive. Kraz. I think he has seen Coffee. Let's give you a 1-for-1 trade. Great trade by Kaze, the second player in Palace. The early aggression. Trying to stay in sight at the moment. Foggers has been trapped in jungle. It's not terribly too sure if JFT are going to aggressively push out Palace. They've got one player there. State waiting for the short player as well. BSLC is going to be very careful if he does push up into this, because he could just be walking right into Estate. You know, Larko Taco. Getting ready for a B execute. Samux is the only one there. State's going to be a rough rotate, especially to even hold the line. BSLC is going to be very careful on that lurk because Estate's holding it. I think Samux saw an inkling in apartments. Counter flash has gone in. Lakataka looks away. Been hit with another smoke as well. Now State snipes Lakataka from the sky. BSLC coming on the late lurk. He will be taking care of BSLC. Oh, geez, that's a beautiful crunch. As he does get one back, but doesn't really matter. Is he going to go for this? He is going for this. Doesn't have a kit in hand. Is a kit near him? Let's go recover the AWP and just back out. Good crunch, by the way, from JFT. Really, really good crunch. The big part here was BSLC's late lurk here. Instead of going in first for the crunch when they initially go in, which would have resulted in Estate taking him out, he just basically waits for these guys to go in. Estate rotates like that, and he can take out the short player like that. But the B short player not revealing himself too much. Tied up game, 4-4. JFT recovering their T site at the moment. KZG do save an AWP, but they can just buy back in. Jeez, Foggers. The window smoke missed, and I don't think Foggers is aware of that. Deep Molotov. Well, he actually is aware of that, but he just stood out there anyway. Throwing another HE as well, just making sure they don't get top middle control. Another flashbang going in. Does Foggers get any damage? No, he doesn't. They get to top middle in the end. It's another missed smoke as well. Big missed smoke this time as well, and I'm gonna say, that's not looking too good at the moment. Kraz got one. A lot of frag coming in. Can they find anyone in the smoke? They do eventually find Kraz in the end. So 2-for-3 trade in the favor of JFT. I'm going to say it's really fortunate for JFT considering they missed every single window smoke, basically. They're going to go into the A site, which is going to be quite free. State already scoped in. They're going to check jungle. State misses the flick, and BSLC going to punish him for it. And that's going to be the round. It's going to be the big small site anchor being Samux. Jeez. That is rough. BSLC, like, audibly moving and still baiting the connector player. It's going to be 5 rounds on the board for JFT. Could be a half buy coming in for KZG after winning the first 4 rounds, and JFT finally will take the lead. Been some very, very good executes from JFT as well, especially on the B bomb site. Ooh, I'm not sure about that Molotov Elf Milk. I think that's a bit too shallow. I know what he's trying to go for. You know, trying to stop these close angle pistols from working so well. They know it's probably most likely a half buy coming in. Jeez, it's a Lakataka taking a bit of damage, and I believe that's from Hassie. Now, oh geez, Kraft gets a freebie as well into Larko Taco. They're trying to snipe out the murder hole player, but that's not going to work. BSLC quick to trade. Good thing as well this time around that they're not giving these guns away either. There should be another A site take. Ooh, State's got in behind here. Seeing the bomb, Fogger's got one. And they've got an AK as well. Fogger might go down here, but no, State's taking down BXC as well. Jeez, State heavily tags up, and this has actually got a bit of a disaster here. HE been thrown in. They've got the A site. I think that friendly fire is going to do a lot more damage than they realize. Like, Cassie taking a lot of damage. They're going to go for the retake here. Kaze. And Elf Milk dropping. Elf Milk's going to do a lot here. He can't be 1-deeked. He's 1D, this is going to hurt a lot. Stay with the AK. Foggers goes down, he gets all the information he needs. Got one, can he get second? He can't. Cars need a trade. And he gets 6th round on the board for JFT. I guess I'm getting a bit concerned for JFT, because that round, they lost control of it despite having like a firm grasp of the A site. Right, that's the second, I think it's the second half buy or full buy round where KZG have been operating on lower numbers and they could have realistically retaken it. But I think that damage on Hassie really hurt them massively because I think Estate tagged them up for quite a lot. Playing a more B-site oriented defense. Meanwhile, JFT just going up the middle with an A hit. Kraz better watch out. The Coffee almost takes down Kraz in the end, but Kraz able to escape with his life. There's a lot of HEs. Foggers coming in as well. Lakatako's hit the deck already. I don't know who took him out. I must have missed it in the kill feed. JFT just going to abandon the A pop, given the fact they were just greeted by nades. Coffee and BCLC have been hit significantly from these HE grenades. And also Foggers with a quick rotate as well. Elf Milk just implanting himself into Palace, making sure they have to pay attention. 20 seconds of bliss with the smoke being thrown in. Means they can just take a deep breath in. They can't really push through it. So looks, it's checking Palace, trying to sneak into Sandwich at the meantime. They're feeling it's an AXE. Given the information that probably Hassie's depositing across. Given the smokes and the flashes, the mollies, the execute's coming in. So looks, can he be teed up? So looks doesn't get any. Foggers basically traded out, but a lot of damage has been done already. Kraz, he swings out, he grabs one from Ticket. Gonna sneak in from it, outside Ticket as well. BCLC swings around, takes off his head. But BCLC doesn't have a bomb near him. He's got to get that bomb flung down right away. But he has nothing left, and the stairs player is not going to engage him. And it's going to be a 5th round for KZG. Jeez, the bomb's lost in Sandwich as well. That's a diabolical situation. And Hassie trying to put insult into injury and trying to take him out after round. This is the risk that you guys take with like 25 seconds left to go on and execute. Is that if any of the players, like especially if Samux gets any kills on Sandwich, it hurts. It probably will end your round. And that situation there, like they're trying to get the bomb down, but the trades from jungle and whatnot just got the bomb lost in no man's land. KZG trying to end this on a 6-6 format. Openly flash coming in. Hassie getting ready with the HE. And putting 2 players up in kitchen. Is Samux going to be able to catch anyone out? Trying to get some movement or anything like that. Oh, jeez. That nade just betrayed him, and they're going to go in. I'm not sure what they're trying to plot there, because that's going to always favor the team in kitchen. Charging in. Hassie. Molotov's been thrown. That's a free B-side execute as well. Oh, gee. Foggers rotating over into an AWP shot, basically, as well. And a bit of friendly fire at the Kobe's. 2 Kobe's already. And I'm going to say, I'm not sure what KZG were planning to do there. Because that was not, like... Yeah. That does not tell me too sure what they're trying to do. But either way, Kraz. Estate taking us just up to Kraz now. Kraz trying to sneak in. No flashes for him as well. It's going to be pure contact for Elf Falcon 2%. Going to make it 7 for JFT. Yeah, I guess overall that last defense from KZG is a bit of a what the. Like, don't know what they were trying to really do there. And, you know, let's just put it this way, it just felt off. Like, you know, that's the sort of like, they're gonna catch you out, like especially with that smoke there. And also, like, you're not really understanding what sort of advantage you really get from that either way, because like they can see you as well, just be a 1-for-1 trade, I guess, unless you got them with that facing that back. Anyways, dualies are out. Oh, geez, I'm gonna say. They took a lot more damage. The Mooks eventually does go down, but the real action is on that B. We've got 2 players on the B side already. Kraz is being tagged, looking for the short plays. Not sure who shot him. And they're thinking it's short, but no one's there. And they've already got 3 players rotated across. They need to just be able to... Oh, geez, Coffee. On an absolute tear. This round is over. And JFT put 8 on the board on Mirage. Yeah, that first shot on B completely rattled them. The shot came from, you know, this angle like this. And Kraz was thinking there was a player at short. And there was a big fixation on this area in particular, when the shot actually never had come from short in the first place. But it's gonna... No bomb plant either. It's gonna allow JFT to bum up a bit of money. KZG probably gonna go for a pop. They've got 2 flashes and it's gonna be an A pop. Flash is going in. That's what they're going to go for, an A pop. Can Foggers get the bomb down at least? No, he cannot. And that's going to be, unfortunately, over. I'm surprised like they just didn't go for the, like, you know, just straight away try to plant it, but that's not going to happen. Nine rounds on the board for JFT, and JFT, if they make this 10, could be insurmountable here for KZG. Elfalk and B shall see, the main 2 weapons from JFT at the moment. Kraz, just waiting for some unders aggression. I think he did hear the short player, so he knows Kaze is that short or someone's there. Coffee, is he looking at unders? He is. Montos going to scare off Kraz for the moment. Like, try to clean up middle. Hassie's got 1. Kraz has got the other. Now they're going to spin on towards Hassie. Could be a trade. It is a trade. It's a free for 2 trade in the end. Estate's not going to go for it yet. And they're going to swing over to the B site because Foggers just found out the B's empty. No one's home at B. And I'm going to say, JFT are going to react to this way too late. They're going to realize that no one's in middle and can be like, oh, they know B's open. And will this lead to a save call? Maybe. Like, I think that's leads to a save call. Looks planning it for apartments. Ooh, could be a catch. Could be a catch. Not a catch, unfortunately. BCLC can't get the catch on the bench player. And yeah, it's going to be a save call to pick up the AK, that's right. Should be 6 rounds for KZG. They only got 1 information on the bench player being Samux, but I have no idea on where Foggers is. They have no idea when Estate is. And especially when B shall see his bomb's been planted, you have no idea how long they've been there for, so Estate is probably a good call. 6 rounds on the board for KZG. I say exit via CT. JFT told me that we're going to lose today. Nah, not really. Overall, 9-6, KZG. Bonus round, they lost JFT, but doesn't matter. They've got a guns coming back in. They saved the AK, that's good enough. No AWP. But they're going to be versing pure rifles anyway. Dicey is not playing. Dicey's a sub for JFT. Dicey's not a core player for JFT. He's a sub. Ooh, bit of battle coming on for middle. BSLC having a bit of fun. Doesn't hit Hassie for the finishing blow though. Does get a glove on him. Jeez, KZG. Oh, JFT have just completely evacuated our middle. The window smoke and the connector smoke does that. BSLC takes a bit of a flash. Price being seen. Oh, great flash. BC's can't get the angle right. He goes down. And Kraz has got a bit of a 2k entry as well. Kraz pushing forward. Can he get a third? He does get a third. Just doesn't matter. This man just does not stop. Oh, that's just round. Coffee. Just gotta hope they all just run into him. Kraz looking towards Ticket. He's seen it already. And Coffee, he got the bait, and Kraz is just gonna swing in, and Samux finishes the deal. 7 rounds on the board for KZG. Dude, Kraz just drove through them all. And like Coffee here, like he sees a shadow, he's got to go for the shot. He's in a 1v4, and if he wants to win, he's got to take, you know, every risky move and just hope it pays off. And like just Kraz just baits his position. It's just like, yeah, either you get Kraz and get traded, or you get nothing. And he got nothing. Empty Eco coming in. Now, VCLC can't see. Great flash. Again, Kraz couldn't see either. I gotta say, these flashes from his state have been picture perfect. Kraz just checking every nook and cranny at the moment. They're trying to read the site. One at A main, rest on the B bomb site. Fogger's slowly but surely checking each angle. They're looking at towards B. Fogger's going to do a balcony hit as well. That should catch out the player on balcony as MP9 Hassie. The bomb's been seen. Now, they might get another kill here. Coffee trying to crouch peek that angle. All we needed was his headshot. He knew he was heavily damaged. And it should be up to Elfmilk to get anything out of this round. If he can get a rifle or anything like that. Where did Kraz go down? Kraz went down here, so that AK is not recoverable. But, you know, the bomb can blast it here. Elfmilk. Just gotta get past the mooks, and he may be able to recover that bomb. Not bomb, sorry, AK. Elfmilk checking ladder room. I think he's a bit too close, but he could catch some mooks off guard. Nah, doesn't matter. So Mooks finishes off Elfmilk. It's going to be 8 rounds for KZG. Another buy round comes in for JFT as a swing round, and also will lead to a KZG swing round, which means that KZG could be leading if they win this. JFT, they lost the bonus round, but lost and then couldn't win the first gun round. And their economy did a bit of tatters at the moment. I mean, look at the lack of utility on JFT at the moment. BCLC though, like he hasn't been able to do much at all. He's been getting flashed multiple times, and he's just completely seeing a white screen at the moment. And then he sees he's died. That's pretty much what his gameplay has been like for the last 2 rounds. Is that, you know, now he sees the game and now he doesn't, and now he's in Skyrim basically. Being deleted off the server. Hassie, they're running into A. No one challenging them. So Hassie's like, no one's in the site, bro. And Hassie's got one, can't get to transfer. Oh, Foggers actually helps out from the sky. Hassie not nailing these transfers. Foggers Molotov coming in, but Foggers gets the bomb planted for triple. Foggers 2k. Coffee, he's trying to get boosted up. But he's going to be scoped in, because otherwise they're not going to peek into this. They hear that. Foggers coming in from behind, though. They're going to be careful about moving here, because if they come in from behind, Foggers is going to swing. Flashbang coming in. They're actually going to try to clear out CT. So Mooks does take down Elfmilk in the end. Are they going to hold the angle? Coffee. Oh, jeez. Misses the shot. Coffee knows the player right near him now. And taking a lot of damage, but Coffee does take down Hassie in the end. The Molotov been thrown in. And Kraz. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. Kraz just hiding. He's going to be alive at least. Well, they get rid of all the weapons on JFT. I was getting a bit worried. I'm just sitting there going like, oh no, no, you know, you can wait for the after round to pick up that AWP, but nah. 9 rounds on the board for KZG. And JFT, yeah, just the A-side defense was really obviously playing for retake. And then this is the weird part in particular. Like, you know, normally most teams just go for the A plant, that's it. They respect the retake. KZG just went in. They just went in. They went in for the jugular. Like, after they got that initial control, they went, hey, let's clear these guys out so they have no chance of retaking it. And just JFT weren't ready for that. They weren't ready for, like, the Samux and Foggers to just peek in there. Like I say, Samux was very lucky that Foggers was hitting his shots as well. And that's an AX, that's a BXE. And can they get a few bullets in there? They got 5.7s and deagles, so potentially doable. You know, if they can get a couple of weapons. Oh, jeez. PSRC missing by half a second there. They can trap him in sight. They might be able to get a few things done. Lakataka coming in from short. Foggers has spotted him, but the late lurk's coming in from Samooks. Oh, geez, Samooks, he's got more than he bargained for. He goes down to an AK recovered. And Foggers can't do much to protect against that, so it's an AK and they can just run away with this. They don't have to play with any more guns. Just take the AK and run. Sets yourself up for the next round. Oh, geez, they still go for it, Larko. Larko goes down to Hassie, but that's going to cause Hassie to go down. Coffee does trade out. I don't... Oh, geez. Beautiful by Elf Milk there, running in to take down Kraz, and that's another weapon on the ground. Running effort from Elf Milk, that's an incredible effort. Two teams picked maps. Who picked first map? JFT picked first map. It's down there. I guess that's really impressive from Elf Milk, because Elf Milk uses the wall bank here to tag up Kraz, enough for the bomb to kill Kraz. So it gets rid of a weapon out of KZG's hands, damages their economy slightly, even though it's like, the economy's going really, really well. Every little bit counts. A lot of utils being thrown in. Jeez, I gotta say, JFT have thrown a few sets of utility already. Well, they're even going for a counter aggression here as well. Oh, geez, a lot of flashes. Kraz has snuck in. Turn a Molotov. Kaze's at firebox. Now Kraz just trying to operate on the smoke. Oh, he should be taken down. He is taken down. That's just an absolute brutal counterpunch. And not really anything KZG can do. That was a brutal counterpunch. You can see the aggression coming in from JFT. The moment the XE started hitting on A, you know, basically JFT were locked in. They were just like, we're gonna meet fire with fire, and we are going to whack them out of the side. And that's exactly what happened. Basically, everyone firing on all cylinders. Like, geez. Like, that was a brutal counterpunch by JFT. KZG have money, and they are going to use it. Hassie is looking towards short. Trying to get the connector player to be in play, and I'm going to say, is that a deep window smoke? It is a deep window smoke. We've had 2 missed window smokes so far, both by JFT, and both in the same round. Foggers gets themselves in towards window. They are most likely aware of it. Well, Lakatako sneaks in between the smoke, which might be traded out, gets away with absolute murder. Foggers sneaking in, murder hole's completely open. Larko's checking, and Larko's checking, and Fogger's going to be, hello, welcome to the Fog Show. Flashbangs towards Ticket. Elf Milk, very aggressive. He's got to do a lot here. He should not be. He should be overlooked slightly. No, he isn't. Hassie, they don't overlook him. They know the bait's there. It's a 2-for-1 trade. Foggers is deeply embedded. Coffee loses his head. He tries to go in, but Foggers is waiting for him. And that's a missed smoke towards connector, but Foggers going to have to use it. It's just up to Kaze. Or K's. Should be 11 to KZG. He should just focus on saving. He's just getting all the utilities. Got this smoke, HE, Molly, Flash. Let's get out. 11 rounds on the board for KZG. Yeah, I gotta say the lapse of concentration here in particular. Basically, JFT didn't check this area so much for Foggers, and Foggers just snuck in. Larko was, like, the moment when Larko was looking at it, Foggers had already just, you know, the trap had sprung. This is a momentary lapse in timing. This causes that round to collapse for JFT. And you gotta give it to JFT, like, even in that scenario, they get a 3-for-2 trade. Okay? Like, even though it's a 3-for-2 trade against them, like, against that sort of setup, where, like, you get, you know, clamped on a real nasty trap on the A site, an A site crunch, you shouldn't be expecting to get any sort of trades at all. You should just be all falling apart. Also, as well, I'm going to say, Hassie, then flashbang here, Just expect Elf Milk to be here was brilliant. Like, it was really, really brilliant. Still close though, still got a bit of time. Still got a few rounds. Larko coming in from unders. He's going for it. Ooh, Kraz snaps it a bit too late. He's going to go for it as well, but Kraz, I don't think he saw his side profile, but he knows he's down there somewhere. Kraz going for the risk. Didn't want to take it though. They know it's not an A-side execute. I mean, basically Coffee and Elf Milk just confirmed that. Then again, KZG have just been in this holding pattern. Early frag going on in middle. Larko gets a bit too curious. And curiosity kills the cat. And fortunately, the cat kills Sassy. Kaze trying to get a free kill on a bench player. If they can isolate that jewel. Trying to isolate the unders player to just make it a 4v4 at least. But that window smoke's going to deny that, and obviously Kaze can't just sit there any much longer. He's just got to back off. He hasn't got any support. But doesn't matter. Kraz does jump on that bench. You know, I talked about earlier, like, you know, he's waiting for a player to jump onto that bench, and that's exactly why. Foggers going to go through that smoke. Elf Milk is waiting as well. This is looking really, really good. Now, BCLC gets the bad end of it, but he knows players are coming in. Estate, he knows a player's in jungle. Estate swinging in, takes down BCLC, but BCLC does a lot of damage. Elf Milk has made a noise. Estate's going to fake plunge into it. Elf Milk tries to stop it, he does. 11 rounds for JFT. Oh, jeez. This could be a... This is an all-in attempt here for KZG. There could be a timeout here from KZG. Whether they go all in, yeah, there we go, there's a timeout. Because, like, they can go all in, buy some AK, some Galils, and go in on it. Yeah, force by these last 2 rounds. Because if they win this round in particular, like, JFT will be, like, they're in that scenario where they have to go all in, obviously, because they're going to lose the game if they don't. Or they go for a half buy. I'd say the half buy with, like, a few Tech 9s is the best of both worlds, because if you catch JFT completely unaware and those Tech 9s, like, take heads... You get your rifle upgrades, and you also got a bunch of money in your back pocket, and that's exactly what they're going to go for. The Tech 9s. They've just got to get a sight to just nail right away. Like, they've just got to smash a sight. JFT in a bit of trouble as well if they do lose this round, because then, like, they won't have all the resources that they need. But if they win this round, it's pretty much a game. Ooh, I think BCLC revealed himself. They're going to go for the Tech 9s for it to be. Great Molotov, but the Tech 9s just don't care. They're running in. They're going to be more follow-up there, so the Tech 9s don't get too much done. And that's going to be round potentially over. Because the Tech 9s don't take out the B site players. In fact, the only player they took out was the short player on A. Passy. They don't have any armor. That's got to pick the right side this time. Tech 9 from Foggers. Beautiful shot. Foggers takes a lot of damage, however. Trying to suss out the executes. They're trying to catch the rotations, but the rotations are relatively safe. In fact, they've got an early flank going on as well. Passy. Trying to go to that B site. As they got to be careful. If he reveals himself, he's in a lot of trouble. Passy checking all the angles, checking market. They're not going to check bench, and it should be a 2k from Kaze here. Unless they're going to go for the open plant. And that should be curtains. That should be a win here. Foggers with the trade. It's surprised Foggers got the trade there. Foggers will get the bomb planted at least, and that will help their buy at least. Puts the smoke up. Looking towards apartments. He's heard to play it short now as well. And he can actually go in this weird scenario where he's protected by the smoke as well. Smoke's going to dissipate in a few seconds, though. He knows that as well. Foggers going through the smoke. Trying to get into a different angle. It's got one Foggers. Oh, Coffee with the trade. That's a good clutch attempt by Foggers there. And that was a lot more than I expected out of that round. JFT get 12 on the board. But that bomb plant is going to hit a big boost for KZG. That was a really good clutch attempt from Foggers because I didn't expect him to win that round. Was really playing the smoke incredibly well there. Could go to OT on this, by the way, given that JFT... Oh, no, JFT's money's good. JFT should potentially sneak this one through 13, but problem is that bomb plant gave a lot of money towards KZG. It looked pretty dire for KZG earlier as well. Looked very dire, given the initial push didn't work. I don't think they lucked out. Like, I don't think you call losing all your players to not a single kill on the B site as lucking out. Hassie catches the lurk of Larko Taco. Only one player on B being Coffee with the AWP. Flash has been thrown in. Coffee doesn't shoot. Short player looking out. Samuk's looking towards the short player. Can he get it? The labor spray gets it working. Coffee, he's taking down Foggers in the end, but Coffee's still there with the pistol. Can he get it done? No, he can't. Samuk's on the entry, gets another. Trying to stop the plant by any means necessary, as B shall see. And they've seen the bomb as well. Samuk's is stuck inside. He knows he's there as well. Hassie, the trades come from everywhere. Bombs up the site, and Hassie gets it to OT at least. And be 12-12, and KZG just chaos on the B bomb site. And KZG put it to OT. Yeah, I think that's a really mean thing to say to about Foggers there, in particular, because I don't think he was, like, the B-side execute from KZG, they got, what was it? It was 3v nothing to JFT, and then they get back in and get a bomb plant. Like, that's unlucky, if anything. Like, that they get onto the site. Like, normally, like, if they... Normally you get a kill with a Tech 9 on site, but yeah. OT coming in. Absolute chaos on the B bomb site. The chaos. KZG comes up in the card and should put it to OT. The worst parts here is going to be the it's going to come down to the CT rounds, I'm going to say, between these two teams. Both teams did pretty well on their T sides. Struggled on their CT sides. Oh, Foggers heard that. He knows that A main clear's coming. So he's ready. You saw him just like straight away crouch down. He's expecting it. He's telling those players, guys, they've cleaned out A main. So they're going to be ready for a lot of you guys. Kraz trying to get an extra angle coming in. Jeez, Samuk's he's actually taking the advantage themselves. Jeez, they're absolutely cleaning up everyone. Soon Kraz is killing up his own teammate. Kraz checking firebox. He's thinking someone's there as well. Now, Elfbelk hasn't revealed himself yet. He's at ticket. He's just waiting for his teammates to come in. Bomb being planted. Elfbelk, is he going to think of it coming out yet? Bomb's planted. They're going in for a retake. Haze's taking a lot of damage and he goes down as well. Elfbelk reveals himself. Foggers deals with him. Should be a 13th round for KZG, and Coffee's just got to duck back. Unless he can do some sort of miracles, he ain't doing a 1v3. Coffee's going to be very careful because Kraz is holding this angle. Not on an aggressive angle, but he is holding this angle. Coffee doesn't really matter. He's got the pistol out, so he should get a kill. At least he doesn't. All he has to do is just clip Kraz, but nah, no saving allowed. 13 for KZG. I have no idea what you're talking about, Daily Meds. You know the ads are like, okay, this is the funny part. The ads are actually, they're actually catered to you, so you can only blame yourself. So you don't enjoy the ads because you look up stuff you don't enjoy. So look up stuff you enjoy, and you won't get ads you don't enjoy. It's simple. Yeah, you need to get good car insurance, bro. Okay, with Geico. I don't know. I just remember the older Geico ads. Hassie. Lurk's coming in. They swing. Hassie swings. Doesn't get anything. Lucktucker takes a lot of damage. So this Kraz. Kraz will go down as well. So I don't think he can really withdraw from this position. They're going hard on A. Molotov's been thrown in. Counter HE's. Elfnor grabs one from balcony. Estate can't do anything. He can't see. And JFT, very quick to scamper over to the A site. The flashes are brilliant. And KZG can't do anything. This is probably the most important round of OT coming up. Do JFT get a second CT round, or do KZG put it to full team? Meds, mate, I know you're trying to push an agenda. Please stop pushing the agenda, otherwise you'll be timed out. Also being thrown in. Guys, they take a bit of damage. See? Pushing an agenda. Get the fuck out of my channel. Dude, your first chat was, why the ad so bad? And then you started pushing an agenda. Like, homie, like, we're not dumb. This is like, jeez. Oh, jeez, copy. Surprised. Elf Milk, though, he's working Sandwich hard. Very hard. Actually, it was Tetris, but mind you, working it. State in a 1v2 doable. But Lyco Taco is going to make sure it's not doable. We'll see for JFT. No, like I say, there's people who do this all the time where they'll be like, oh, why did ads like this all these? I'm noticing these things. And then they push the agenda, and then they'd be like, if you call them out, they'll be like, oh, I'm not pushing the agenda. It's like, come on, bro. Like, we're not stupid. We're not born yesterday. Lyco Taco Dream RGL. One more round. You guys need 2 more rounds, JFT. You need 2 more rounds. Either way. Coffee. With the AWP. Ooh, does he catch the B player? Oh, no, he doesn't. He's trying to catch the jump spot. Instead, he catches the Molotov. You know what? Coffee's a fight fire with fire person, okay? Throws out the Molotov. You know, it's like, I'm gonna throw a Molotov as well, okay? I have a bigger fire, okay? Hassie waiting it short. He's just waiting for them. Lyco Taco. Oh, jeez. Hassie wasn't ready for that. Hey, she's been thrown towards ladder room. They've lost window. Boggers is just trying to... He knows someone's in there now. Boggers is just like, oh crap, they are everywhere. And I'm going to try to line them up on one angle. In fact, Foggers is trying to guard like 3 angles at the moment. He's just trying to put them into one certain angle in the state. This is probably not a place where you put an AWP. And he can't scope in either because he gives away his position to anyone who can connect her. So this is a bit of a diabolical situation. You want your rifler here. Estate. Oh, Estate gets... Oh no, he's been seen. Goes to the wall, bang, gets a 5-7 out. Elfnop's trying to... Oh, he's a dead man. And Foggers has been clipped as well. Kraz gonna have to try and defend this by himself, but Kraz is basically slapped on the leg. Do they go for this retake? So looks goes to the bunny hop, gets in. Damn. Not happening. JFT get the first round on the board, just one more. One more round, okay? KZG need 2 CT rounds in a row. The double AWP setup doesn't work. Now they're trying to single AWP setup. Samuk's on the B spot. Gonna throw a deep nade B. I'm gonna say JFT have been hoping that Samuk's jump peaks from oh jeez, he's been seen. They might go for it. They are gonna go for it. They're 1 for 1 at short. Foggers grabs one. Samuk's can't get another, and oh jeez, this is a diabolical situation. Bomb planted. Rotation's coming in, and Foggers, oh geez, he's actually counseled a Kaze here. Molotov been thrown in. Foggers forced in, gets second for Foggers, but Foggers can be traded out by the Molotov. Foggers makes this doable now. Kraz trying to swing in. Oh, sick. Just saw Elfbelt. Could be a double peek. Now Estate trying to go for the no scope. It's not going to happen, but Estate somehow gets one of the USP, and Coffee's going to end it like he ended it before. And it'll be 16-13 to JFT. And I'm going to say that was a crazy last round there. Foggers almost brings it out of the fire. State, don't know how he got a kill at all with that USP. But JFT are going to get the first map. And they're going to say they're not going to be too happy at KZG after that. They were close. Like, they were very, very close. They would have been like, oh, like, we were close to taking that map pick. That's going to be the first score to JFT. I'm going to say Coffee was very clutch towards the end there. I'm going to say, like, really, really clutch in stopping a lot of these 1v, like, these 1vx scenarios and clutches occurring. I think that was, like, the second one he stopped. Obviously being Estate there as well. That last round was a bit of a brawl. I'm surprised the State got a USP head tap. Foggers, of course, was like pretty much trapped. But you gotta say, you know, that last 2v1 was very sketchily handled by JFT, okay? It was very sketchily handled. But, yeah, overall, we had Elf Milk as well. Elf Milk did a pretty decent job. Was critical in a lot of rounds as well. But I do want to see him swinging a lot more, because he's very passive, very tentative in his swings, where he would get like a multi-kill if he did indeed swing. ADRs, looking at here, I think it was Elf Milk, I believe. Elf Milk and Hassie, the top ADRs of 88. Then it's Foggers on 87. Overall, it's a very close game. Like, you know, Estate didn't have a terribly great game overall for his standards, but overall it was relatively close. So it was a 16-13 in the end. I don't see, like, you know, anything in particular where a team was like struggling significantly. But yeah, you know, overall, pretty good first game, and a pretty close first game as well. And we're going to give the points for the KZG guys, because it was who wins Mirage, and I think KZG won Mirage more, okay? What's the next map? Next map is Ancient, which is KZG's pick. What else? Put this up for 5 minutes. I'll see if I got an IP for the next game, by the way. Okay, we do have the IP for the next map. This is going to be Ancient. Like I say, overall, that matchup, well, let's discuss it for a bit, okay? JFT would clean a set of heals on the C2 side, that critical round in particular, round number 14. A lot of good trades overall. There were a bit of like, you know, there were a lot of like, what the hell is happening kind of things from both teams in particular. But I felt overall like most of that gameplay was like 75% really good trades, really good flashes, really good utility, and 25% gong show. Okay, like where you're just like, guys, come on, this is a bit silly. And in those last overtime rounds in particular, there were a lot of gong show moments where you're just like, you know, Estate getting a kill with a USP in that scenario against an AK. That really shouldn't happen in any case, any scenario. And I don't really call the Samux losing that on short a choke, because he was just caught in a really just bad transition. Like, you know, it's kind of like in chess where, like, yeah, your defense is really, really good, but you get caught the worst possible moment and get absolutely routed on that moment. So I wouldn't say that too much, but it's just a lot of the brawls on those respective sites, like A and B, where, like, you know, everyone was smoking and flashing to retake, where a lot of the gong show moments and a lot of like missed sprays and stuff like that came out. But I think the big gong show moment was JFT missing 2 window smokes in the same round, okay? That's a big gong show moment, so KZG is safe from that, okay? There's no way You are no way any team is getting away from a gong show moment if you miss 2 window smokes in a row, okay? Ooh. BCLC just tasered, just Zeused estate, so I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, either way, JFT did deserve to win. I think JFT towards the end had a really, really clean set of heals. Like, really good orientation, really good structure, also really good counter pressure as well, especially on, like, that round in particular on A. I don't know what round it was, but the big one was on the A side where they counterpunched KZG 4 for nothing on a trade, and it's just like, just KZG were just flat on their ass. Like, they just went, just came up to them, shoved them to the ground, and took their lunch money. It's just like, get that shit out of there. That's what they were like, okay? That's what they said to him on the A side. And that was brilliant to see. That was probably one of the plays of the round, is JFT just bullying KZG out of sight. Also, I've got to say, good ups from KZG from really taking a lot of these clutches on. And impressively, I'm going to say, since I'm very biased to Foggers, Foggers did a very good job in trying to take on a lot of these clutches that didn't seem viable, okay? That's what I'm going to say. Like, a lot of those clutches for Foggers in particular, where they didn't seem viable at all, he really took them on and really got the round back into KZG's favor. Like, that last round of the match in particular was a big example of it, where he gets a critical 2k to bring it to a 2v2, but then Coffee just ice veins, able to get it, to get it over the line. And that's what sometimes you got to have. You got to have that person that's going to just take it on and see what they can do in the end. But, JFT are probably happy that he didn't win that clutch in the end. Why didn't Crunchy turn up? What do you mean? Crunchy's not in Semper Fi. Crunchy's a sub for Semper Fi. It should be Savage and Vision that are in. Because Crunchy plays for... I'm trying to think of which team Crunchy plays for at the moment. Crunchy plays for DXA, that's right. I should ask Crunchy, but, probably has something on. I didn't ask him anything about that. I have no clue. To be fair, I can be real. Do you think DXA is beating Semper Fi? Even with Crunchy in that team? Can you say, hi, I'm a huge fan? Okay. I just did. But yeah, overall, seriously, I'm gonna say right now, do you think DXA in general is beating Semper Fi? Like, dude, DXA getting, oh, sorry. Oh, man, I tripped over my tongue, okay? Semper Fi are gonna have, it's not Semper Fi, DXA are gonna have nightmares of Keen just wide swinging them every round of an AWP, okay? Literal nightmares. They gotta wake up in their sleep and, just gonna have replays of Keen just wide swinging them with the AWP over and over again. They're not... It's just a quicker end to their nightmares that they lose in a quicker fashion, okay? Dude, I'm not saying your name. That's pretty much it. I'm not... Dude, Pokey dude, I'm not your clown or monkey that I just whack the symbols for you, okay? Like, you do that yourself, okay? Just be aware that I'm a caster, I'm, entertainer. I'm not your monkey with symbols where I just bang it because you want me to bang it. I paid out the predictions. Why so angry? Because you're asking me to do things for you, but I get nothing in return. Like, that's what you're doing for it. I don't even know you. Like, that's the point. Like, that's obvious to anyone. Even some guys in chat are like, what, dude? Like, dude, come on. You know what? You can stare at the wall and cry for 10 minutes. I paid out the predictions, Tito, don't worry. Can you say my name? You're not playing, Jinxie. I'm never saying your name ever again, Jinxie. Ever. Okay? Literally ever. You know what? As soon as you get a trade frag on a kill feed, I'm just going to say, blank, kill someone, okay? That's what I'm going to do, okay? I'm just kidding, Jinxie. I love you, okay? You know, that would be pretty good actually if I was like really mean like that and just fucking did that to someone. I try to be my best host as I can be, but guys, like, as I said before, don't treat me like a monkey with symbols, okay? Like, if I don't know you, don't come in asking for, like, the world, okay? Like, if you ask for my bank account and credit card information, I've never seen you ever in my life, yeah, I'm not giving it to you. At all. Like, just remember that, okay? Like, you know, I can have fun, but, like, if you ask me to do things for you, I ain't too happy. Like, you know, not I ain't too happy, it's just, like, be aware that there's a limit, there is a boundary. We're waiting for the rest of JFT to come in, because JFT, they're a very charitable organization, and they might give KZG the second bat. Just kidding, of course. They're just, you know, obviously connecting to the server. If you guys don't know, there's generally about 5 to 10 minute break between maps, so everyone either gets a fresh air, reset, drink, or anything like that, and just get back into it. So yeah, that's what we're waiting for at the moment. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So overall, I thought KZG had enough to get it in the end against JFT, but JFT, very, very good barrage from them in particular. Just making sure I recorded everything, like whatever, like, you know, proper. Making sure the HUD's updated. Nothing's worse when the HUD's incorrect, okay? Nothing is completely worse than that. You should have seen one time I did a HUD for, not for an event, but for my cast. And I'd put everything in capitals. You know how like all the CS maps are in, you know, lowercase? I put like DE Mirage in capitals and DE Ancient in capitals. And all you could see was like just giant DE Ancient, giant DE Mirage because it doesn't, you know, it's case sensitive. And like, you know, it's not like, you know how small mistakes in the HUD that you can just brush over it. You don't have to mention it. No, these are in big white letters across the bottom, and it's just like, yeah, you can't explain that one, okay? You can't do that. It's like everyone can see it. So yeah. Admin's just asked me if I'm ready to go, and I'm like, I'm always ready, okay? Always ready. Let's just hop in, guys. Let's just hop in. Let's hop in, okay? Let's say hi to our players. Okay, so players all coming in. To be fair, though, I'm going to say, like, it's a tough one to really predict between these two teams. I think KZG's got the edge, but JFT's been one of those teams that been slowly getting better. Like, JFT, I think it was like 2 to 3 seasons ago. I think it was 3 seasons ago. They were in Open, and they came, like, they got into the relegation. Then they won Open, and now they're in ECL. So, you know, they're slowly getting better. Do you play any games? Yes, I play WoW. And Path of Exile. I'm tempted to get into the Path of Exile event, which they're doing with the new Ascendancies, to have a bit of fun. But that's what I'm looking at the moment. But then again, at the same time, I've got, like, was it WoW's new patches coming out in retail on, like, on the 25th of February. So I can't, like, dedicate too much to Path of Exile. We're just waiting on the last player to get to the server. Actually, I'm surprised by the way that, or maybe they weren't alerted that, Dicey's a sub for, JFT, by the way. If you guys are coming in, like, make sure you guys realize who's a sub and who isn't for the teams. But Dicey is a sub for JFT, like, he's not in their core. Don't tell me Estate DC'd again. Oh my god. Estate's killing me. This is the second time it's happened where a state DCs at the start of the map. Like, after being fine the entire, like, first half of warm-ups, he DCs immediately. Oh, say it's back. That's awesome. Good, 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 good. Knife round, by the way. So if you guys don't know about knife round, so basically KZG will give knife round to JFT. So if you guys are unknown how knife rounds work, if one team has picked the map, the other team picks the side. So KZG picked the map, so JFT will be picking the side. Generally, a lot of this is done like offline. So like when you go to those big events, you're like going, oh, you know, they're all set up good to go. They've already done the knife round at the start of it. Like, they do the knife round, you know, off-screen, essentially. Sometimes they show it for the third map, sometimes they don't show it. How do you lose to Elf Milk? Why are you hating on Elf Milk so much? Elf Milk is actually pretty good, okay? Like, Elf Milk is actually... Like, as soon as he gets his trigger discipline right, he's actually going to be a scary fucking player to verse. Laura's just such a hater. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know... Poor Elf Milk, man. He never gets lucky in life, man. No, but like I gotta say, like Elf Milk overall, like he's alright. You know, good aim, good spray for AU scene. As I said, trigger discipline is something for him as well. Like I'm not sure if he's confident in swinging out at certain angles or not, because like there were some rounds on Mirage where he was holding his trigger discipline for a very long time, when he could have, you know, got a couple of kills by swinging out. But that's the only criticism. Like, you know, overall he's gets himself into really good positions. I think the only one time where he got himself, you know, unlucky was when he was playing default. His team had sold that no one was on default, no one was on the A side. But Hassie threw a flash anyway for the Palace player, and obviously Elf Milk got caught out of default and died. So yeah. The question is, we shall see. You know, he really should change his name to We Shall See, because I can say that as a meme and be like, yeah, we shall see. It's just more punny, okay? Cool, sorry about. Oh man, we're waiting for Estate to come back, by the way. So I'm just communicating with the admins back and forth. Gonna say Estate is having no luck today. Okay, absolutely no luck. God, did that guy literally suggest that I have like short man syndrome? That I don't like getting told what to do? Jeez, this guy must be so new at life. You know what I hate is? I'm just curious. I'm like, bro, like, I don't think that's a me issue. That's nothing to do with my size or anything like that. I'm very sure a lot of people in the same way, especially if they're not in broadcasting, would probably say the same shit. Okay. I should check. Hopefully, a state can get back soon. Obviously, they're using their tech pauses to get a state back in. We need to call Elon. We need to get Starlink in here, okay? Yeah, you do know where State lives, right? I'm very sure. Let me see. Yeah, it's storming. It's storming in Brisbane. Like he's from Brisbane. His pal's probably got, I assume. Yeah, so I meant, it's probably his pal. But that's why I wanted to check, how Brisbane weather is. Weather is could actually be affecting his gameplay in general. I know he's like he's not like northern Western Australia, because like northern Western Australia is like cyclone territory. Like he's having a cyclone coming through. Yeah, I was gonna question mark that one as well, Laura. Like people know about Elon Musk. I think everyone knows about Elon Musk. His state's back in the server. Any push-ups in chat? At one point, there's FlyQuest. You can't really make roster changes at this point for FlyQuest. Like, changing a lot of roster will only hurt FlyQuest. You recently switched your AWPer from a support AWPer to a power AWPer, like an AWPer that's like really good skill-wise. If you keep chopping and changing, you're not gonna have a team. You end up like Cloud9. Like with roster management, you don't really mess around with your team a lot. If you mess around with your team a lot, you get in a situation where your 5 players are playing for themselves and not playing for the team, and that never ends well. Okay, like your team will always perform below the sum of its parts if you keep chopping and changing your team. And yes, I do know there's push-ups, okay? 2 seconds. I thought we were gonna go time. That's why I wasn't doing the push-ups, because I thought we were going. To be fair, my like shoulder muscle, not my shoulder muscles, I think my arm muscles are good. 12? Yeah, I think that was 12. I think I counted 12. I did over 10 deliberately because when some guys troll me, they're like, oh, you only did 9, okay? I'm just like, oh yeah, they were right, I only did 9. So I always pretend to do extra more, so yeah. So I do at least over 10. A goat? Nah, Slimy, you're the goat, okay? Until you guys lost to Atox, okay? Not really. My response to DPR was such a mean response, okay? Like, it's probably one of the most cheekiest responses I've written back to someone. Like, I think DPR wrote, you know, Josh, I've noted your lack of faith. And I'm like, my lack of faith has been rewarded. Because obviously I didn't expect you guys to beat Atox. I didn't expect you guys to get a map of Atox. So, yeah, you guys got a map, so you did better than I expected. That was a nervous map to watch as well. Very nervous match to watch. Don't doubt Rooster. You know what? I'm going to quote the immortal Pimp, okay? Pimp CS. You're asking me to do my job worse? If you want me to play favorites. This was after he said Na'Vi wouldn't be a top 5 team. But, you know, he's good. Yeah, you always got to remember that, okay? It's because Atox, like, that roster is scarily good. Just remember that, okay? That roster is very good, that Atox roster. That's the roster for Atox that brought Greyhound to its fucking knees, okay? Like, in a BO3 during that major. That's the exact roster from Atox. The longest and most grueling BO3 I have seen. They all had 200 ping, but A7 had 50 ping, okay? You gotta remember that. A7 had 50 ping. And ASAP is him. Like, ASAP is literally him, okay? Because if he isn't, my predictions at the start of the season won't be right, and that's not good. If FlyQuest lose to Big, it is a big challenge, and particularly with that one. Like, they have to beat Big tonight. I would say ASAP's the star player. He's just one of the star players. Like, you gotta have, like ASAP's one of them, and then you've got, like, you got DPR and Slimy as well. Chelios had 600 ping. He played, to be fair, someone actually brought this up at broadcast. Chelios has played 300 MS on an ECL match once. Likewise out of PGL if they lose tonight. I think that'll be a bit different. Depends, really, actually. But FlyQuest just got to win games, which is the most frustrating part. Oh yeah, that's why it's a Swiss system. I forgot about that. But they want to beat Big today. They want to beat Big today. Will they beat Big? Most likely, hopefully. They beat Big last time, but that was with Alistair as the AWP, and Big haven't really, like I say, Big lost to Mouse yesterday. And I'm a bit, like I say right now, I'm surprised they lost 2-0 to Mouse. I expected them to win 2-0. Because Mouse, obviously, have been a shadow of themselves. Beating Big is very realistic, it is. Very, very realistic. Melbourne actually going to be very difficult for FlyQuest as well. There's not many weak teams in that Melbourne lineup. Yeah, Ali was doing really good against Big. Like, Crimbo was the only player on that team actually playing for Big. What we've got for Melbourne? Yeah, Melbourne have very few teams that FlyQuest can realistically, like, definitely have one over. I don't know if we're going to get any Australians on stage, potentially, with how they're going at the moment, with how the teams are going. Hopefully I can get my media pass approved, but I'll be interviewing a lot of people at that event as well. I'm good to finally meet Ash, because I didn't get to meet Ash last time that gave a Legion at DreamHack. Oh, geez, that's a beautiful shot by BHLC, but A-State's just like, you know what? I want to play a good game today, so he gets an opening 3K. Sound's going to go up a bit, because it seems a bit quiet. And he's taking out all the cave players. State making his sacrifices to have a good game, and it works incredibly well. They're going to hit the A site, and yeah. You know, you want to make new friends and whatnot. That's the main thing in particular. I just want to, like, I'm just so nervous, like, all these interviews and whatnot to, like, ask these players and stuff like that. Like, can I joke around them? Copy the retake. Ooh, he's seen the player in Temple. He's going to know the player's an A main, surely, because he's going to switch to A main. He's just hoping that Foggers doesn't swing him. Samux has seen him. Samux dropping off. Just play time. Doesn't matter. First round the board for KZG. I'm sure some of the talent, when they're not on, will be hanging out, because last time there were a few talent hanging out and stuff like that. ESL Challenger Melbourne, some of the players did hang out after their games, because I met up with Steeko at ESL Challenger. Someone, like, I've cast a lot of Steeko's games, so I wanted to say hi. We had a bit of fun writing his article as well. You gotta be careful, because, like, there's certain things that you don't... Oh, geez, cross the Mac 10. 1 for 1. And Passy can't get the transfer over. This is looking very good for JFT, because JFT... Oh, great Kobe from Foggers. But they can grab AKs out of this, potentially, or Galil. They're looking towards Foggers. Foggers is a Mac 10, takes down BHLC. Now, you just gotta be careful of what to ask for, because if you obviously ask any, like, pointed or controversial questions, like, they're not gonna say yes to you. But, you know, I'm not gonna ask that sort of crap. I'm not a muckraker. I'm not a fan of that. Foggers on the off angle. Coffee. Beautiful, but Coffee's heavily wounded. Botov comes in and Samux finishes it off, and KCG puts 2 on the board. And they lose a Galil, and then that's it. But, you know, at the end of the day, as long as I get, like, you know, a couple people to interview and stuff like that, I'll be happy. With the people that are going, there's, like, a few guys that I do want to talk to and whatnot as well. Like, there's a lot of guys that, like, for example, for Spirit, I do want to talk to both Magix and Shiro, because I've casted them when they began CS, like, in, like, the advanced stage, and into, you know, whatever. Like, I've casted at the beginning stage, when, like, I think it was, like, 2018. Like, I casted a lot of Shiro's game at Youngsters games. And with Magix, I casted all the original Team Spirit games, basically. When he had that roster with Mia, Disbalance, and SDY. Oh, jeez. That's going to be a bit of a cluncher there, but somehow they get through this, and they might lose weapons here. Kaze gets a third as well, and that's going to be weapons all on the table, and the bomb as well. They have to fight this. They got no choice. KZG, they have to fight this. Another HE being thrown in. Coffee's right up close with the bomb just ticking near him as well. We'll see if we get one of Hallie. I'm definitely trying to get one of Ash, 100%. Like from Gamer Legion, because he's going. Ash will be very too popular, I reckon. But yeah, Foggers grabs the bomb. They can disengage this. Ooh, one dink, but trade out by Samux. Samux versing BCLC. BCLC on the headshot angle. I don't think you want to burst on that. And Samux is trying to make his way to the boxes. Swing out. Oh, beautiful 1D. That's an AK picked up as well. And that's the first round for JFT. Oh, geez, these Deegs are punishing. They run into a site stack and... Well, they don't meet the landing. There's a lot of good interviews. You're just hoping to get any in particular. Obviously, JKS is one of them. That has to be a given, obviously. Getting JKS. Tech9's coming in. Ooh, great nade setups. That's from M80. That's an M80 grenade setup. Because I see that lot of Go's grenade setups from M80 where they throw a Molotov and then throw a HE following it at Jaguar. Now they're gonna rush onto the B side or A side. Oh, Elf Milk. Yeah, that's gonna give away a plant. Gotta be a bit cleaner there. And Kraz will get that plant down. They'll grab a M4. Oh, jeez, that's a bit. Yeah, never mind. JFT is just like, go ball, just run at him. Your second round for JFT. I gotta say, I think KZG weren't ready for that. I think KZG were expecting them to, like, go on full-on retake. They weren't ready for the W push. I.e. hold W for the end of days. KZG do get the bomb plant. That means AKs for everyone. KZG just need to get a map victory at this stage because they've been struggling to win BO3s. Like, been really, really struggling. And they have been boot camping as well. And the boot camping, you know, like I say, hasn't got much of an effort at the moment. Fogger's trying to creep in via the smokes. JFT gotta be a bit careful and relying on those smokes a bit too much because this sort of stuff happens where Fogger's catches Larko completely unaware and in transition. And he's got Jaguar control because of it. I think JFT got to adjust a bit that they got to realize that those smokes aren't invulnerable. Like, you know, people can push them and they're heading over to the B bomb site. Reinforcements coming in Elf Milk. Can he catch Foggers on a transition? He does. And that's a beautiful setup. Now, Elf Milk, he's just got to live and cause a bit more chaos, but he's going to be traded out by Estate. It's just in no man's land because his teammate in Kaze has been smoked off. Well, he saw an elbow Estate, so he knows one player's at the back of the site at least. Swings out, taken out by Kaze, and that's a bomb dropped out in the open. That's a Mooks. He's going to stand up in this here. So Mooks does pick up a few bit of utility as well. Oh, beautiful by Kaze and... Or K's is going to be a third round of ball for JFT. I guess say a bit reckless from Estate here to swing out. Sometimes just got to get the bomb plant down, but I guess they still have utility, so... You do want to try and catch them off guard. JK, will JK's ever play with FlyQuest? If FlyQuest become tier 1, potentially yes. But if they don't, he won't. JKS lives in Europe? He does, because he plays for Team Liquid. But FlyQuest can effectively do the same thing. Should be a 4th round for JFT. Oh, great counter flash. That saves Zhao there. Like that flash from, I think it was Larko, saves Bishao there. Completely saves him. Because he's a dead man without it. Oh, they will. They'll bring Regala here, 100%. That won't be an issue for FlyQuest. Probably, like, even doing his visas right now, potentially. To prepare for that. I'm probably seeing where the thing's being held and just bringing them there for a, you know, for a LAN or whatever. You mean Woolies cooked chickens? Oh, great flash in. 1-for-1 trade. I was going to say, they did a bit of damage, but not too much. JFT were hoping for a bit more. Elfbelk is actually going to go into cave because otherwise he's going to get wall banged out by Kraz. Like I said, they got good funds? Yeah, definitely. That's why I said, like, they'll be able to fund that sort of stuff. Interesting, though. They're trying to retake middle. Assy. Oh, geez, that's a beautiful mid take as well. But they're going to realize they've switched up to A. So they're going to probably actually go back towards A. They're making it very quiet in the switch as well, because obviously if you lose mid, they can hear them. They're going to be careful, because Sanooks could have taken the site. This is the big thing that BSHLC and Kaz are going to realize, is that they're going to be very careful going in, because they're not sure if Sanooks has gone even deeper. And they could do that as well, where they enter up. Instead, Case has gone down. As we shall see, it's going to stay. Can he catch anyone? Oh, jeez, he's been seen. That should be shot from the back, and he is. So he's getting shot from 20 million different directions. Does get a bit of damage, but he goes down anyway. With the plant, Elf Melt. Oh, jeez, great stop. Beautiful, but Elf Melt denying the plant, and he's going to be very happy with that. Maybe timeout from KZG. They've lost 5 rounds in a row. Definitely a timeout being called. I gotta say, I think Elf Milk here was like playing retake, and then he got that little surprise here, and he's just like, oh yeah, take him out. That means the guy planting's on the side. And makes a really, really difficult round to a much easier round. It's just like, yep. A lot easier for him. Had advantage go about getting an EF Academy player. That's why I said, you know, when I said it, I said, I have no idea how they got it. That's why I said, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm so surprised. I don't know how. Isn't that really weird guy? Like, that guy was asking me to say stuff for him, posting on an old account in a different language. Kraz coming into the Tech 9. If they can just pop these players, rotations coming through, it's going to be 5v4 on the side. 5v3 actually. Kraz, he knows the player's on site. Lyco's got 1. Can he get a few more? Nah. Jeez, they're not getting anything. Some looks with the trade, but they do recover a rifle at least. The bomb plant, a bit far to get away. State's going to pick up the bomb. Does get the bomb plant at least. Elf Milk, is he trying to sneak in? Sunbooks is waiting for it. Waiting for Elf Milk to be a bit too impatient. He's got 1. Picks up the AK. Can he get a second? Almost had it. But the backstab coming in from Caves is going to end that. JFT puts 6 on the board. JFT were a lot more composed in that, you know, hold there. They were playing for the retake. KZG are trying to, you know, hold timeouts, you know, call timeouts to try and stop the game from getting out of hand, but it's not working at the moment. They're just getting absolutely brutalized. JFT have won 6 CT rounds in a row. They've got a bit of money built up as well. Like, this is going to get grim very quickly. Like, this isn't like, you know, 1 round reset and KZG are back in it. This is like 2 rounds reset worth of trying to get back in it. And like, neither the A side hits or B side hits are really working. And most of the time, the executes are dead before they even begin. Playing patient this time. JFT have gone ultra aggressive. Got 2 people towards mid. This means that if KZG want to get anywhere, they've got to throw a few bits of utility. Oh, that's not a good Molotov throw either. You can hear that just buzz out. Doesn't even have to reveal himself like a taco. Because is he aware about the 3rd player? Well, he is now, but somehow they didn't win that duel at all. KZG actually got a man advantage. Now, Larko Taco is trapped here. Unfortunately, it's just got to guess the timings. Unfortunately, he does. Doesn't get a kit on the way back. Could be critical. A few kits planted out. 27 seconds on the execute. And they're going to have to go for a quick B-pop. Lyco Taco on the site. Molotov been thrown in. He's got a swing, and they're hearing him. And Simooks gets 1 at least. Loses his teammate in the backyard as well, and he's been seen. Coffee, can he get the clutch here? Nah. Bit around the board for KZG. As I said before, like this lead for KZG to close it, it's not a one round material. Like you can see there, like JFT still have a bit of money. Like like I say, if KZG tie it up at 6-6, it's more credit to them because they've got to win like 2 straight gun rounds. Like next round is probably gonna be a 4 spy coming from JFT. If not, it could be a half buy. So it's not easy. Once again, high pressure scenario coming in. Both teams putting a lot of pressure, a lot of HEs, a lot of Molotovs. Making sure, you know, basically map control is so important on an Ancient. And you can see here, all these Molotovs being thrown in, HE, smokes, trying to scare players away. You've even got the monitor of Samuks here, just monitoring how the A site players are playing it. And he's basically told his team the A players have gone back up donut. Probably heard 2 sets of footprints. Boggers trying to put a pressure on the wall banks as well. The 3-man cave setup as well. They retake Jaguar. Larko, very risky there. It was half flashed going into it. Two players in Jaguar. They could get a kill here. They actually bypass them. This is going to be a bit of a problem. Larko Taco is going to pop out. And he's going to get taken out by Estate. Taken out by Foggers in the end. They might go in here. Foggers takes down Elf Milk as well. He's trying to frag out. Now, BSRC is going to do a lot of work here. Can he get a free K? He does get a free K. They might switch this one up because Estate can pick up the bomb and rush over. Actually, they're not going to have... Oh, this is going to be HE. That's going to get Seashell C beautifully. She never mind the bomb. I thought the bomb was not outside of Donut. Kaze is going to try and go for this. Does go for it. Estate misses it. Kaze with a 1v2. Swinging out of the smoke to try and nail the timing. And nails. It's going to be a 7th round on the board for JFT. And I thought KZG had that as well. That's going to annoy him. That's the second time that a sort of proper setup on trying to retrieve the bomb in the less riskier style was punished. It's gonna be annoying at this stage, like really annoying. That, you know, the right strategy to pick up that bomb or recover that bomb and then to extract it out of sight is just countered by JFT. Coffee. Oh, jeez, he missed a shot there. Don't know how. They've seen the bomb. Now, Kaze, can he get a couple of kills here? Traded out 1 for 1. Now, the last person's going to be Coffee. He's gone as well. Nelfberg's going to save. Swished, I have no idea about your criticism on that. That 1v2 wasn't going in 1 by 1. They were trying to pick out the bomb, so they had to avoid the player. Like, this guy smoked off like this, okay? Kaze's here, okay? Now they get, was it Samuks to pick up the bomb here. Estate is making sure that he hasn't swung around to this area, because they don't know where Kaze is. Kaze could be, like, here at the same time. The fact Kaze pushes that smoke, catches a bomb carrier, like, on this triple. Like, that's not going in 1 by 1, dude. That's the CT making the aggression. Like, you actually legitimately have no idea what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. Like, they weren't going in 1 by 1. Because, like, before the smoke came up here, Estate was holding that angle to make sure he didn't repeat. The fact Kaze pushed to smoke was the aggressive call from the C2. They're picking Donut 1 by 1 with a freaking bomb? Bro, we're not talking about that. We were talking about the 1v2, because you quoted the 1v2. They weren't the aggressor in the 1v2. They push into smoke, catches some hooks. Gonna say they're gonna keep pushing those smokes because they're catching KZG players every single time. We're talking about the 1v2, like you complained about that one. It's like Kaze was the aggressor. Ooh, Alpha's been seen. He's a dead man because they're gonna peek that. Okay, he's playing for exit frags. It's been heard now. 5th round the board for KZG. Jesus Christ, dude. Dude, why do these fucking weirdos come to my chat? This is a different IP as well. Like, dude. Just fuck off. Like I say right now, you're gonna be like, oh no, this is not an aggressive action, a guy pushing a smoke, it's a passive action. I'm gonna say KZG need to take a look at those smokes a lot more. Because K's is pushing them because it's working. And I was actually criticized JFT for that earlier as well, where Laco Taco was sitting here like this, and Foggers crept up on him and smashed him at Jaguar. Popping in. Ooh, Kraz gets one. Don't know how. Everyone's flashed. No one can see, by the way. The counter smokes come in, but... yeah, they delay it. They go off. Decide to reset towards the A site. Spots the bomb. Samuksot. Jeez. Devastation. That bomb's dropped the donut. Samuksot. That's just pain. That's just ended around. Oh no, he can pick it up. Never mind. I thought it was a bit closer. Oh, okay, he's trying to do it a 1v5. Is doing some pretty decent work here. Gets a kill at least, 6 rounds of KZG. That's disaster. That is disaster, getting caught here. The bomb. Like, the good idea is, of course, you know, B didn't work. Kraz got a couple of kills there, swing around to A, maybe catch a rotator here. But just, oh, Samuk's beautiful shot. Takes it a bomb carrier. I'm surprised that the bomb dropped here. I thought the bomb was like, you know, roughly here. But yeah, like not much you can do after that. And the players that you're thinking are going to pick it up get cleaned up because they peek in towards ramp. And it's just like, oh shit, this is aggressive. Ogger's able to just fend it off and yeah, jeez. Holy moly. That was bad obs by me. I'm doing my own observing. I didn't expect them to just barrel and to be like that. I was expecting, you know, some waiting. Like, you just wait for a bit. But they just went bang. Like, they just went over a Molotov as well. Okay, JFT. No bomb plant. I just... They're on Glock screen, man. If you're expecting a more eventful round, they are on Glocks, just remember that. I just didn't expect them to be that aggressive. Kraz. Oh, no, that HE's gonna hit him. Even I backed away because that HE, I felt that HE was getting a bit close. State, trying to get some vision. Kraz spots Laco Taco. Oh, jeez. Kraz mid-reloading. That's a risky reload. Fortunately, they weren't shooting towards him. Gonna say, Kraz will be out in the open, deer in the headlights. Bombs gonna be planted shortly by Kaze. Don't really need to clear the back alleys yet. To be a 4v5 hold. Fog is trying to just get any sort of tags on the players on site. Retake coming in. Grenades being chucked in. They're going for a retake. They've got 30 seconds to get this done. 4 players to clear out. Molotov on site. Gonna tag up. Elfberg grabs 1, and this is looking very bad. Shizen. That was a beautiful, beautiful hold by JFT. Not even a single kill from KZG at all. Just completely out-aimed and out-jeweled. And that's a full reset for KZG. That's a bit of a tilter. Like that's a massive, massive, massive tilting round. I love the timing. Why is JFT choking and then they win that round like that? It's just one of those days. It's like, you know, why do I like? It's like one of those days. Like, why do I say anything? You know, the time when you just say something like that, where like, you know, how are they losing this? Some hooks. Ooh. That's end of round anyway. He lined up, so it was, I was like going, oh no, you gotta walk into a 5-7 like that. But, you know, should be end of the round if Foggers is, oh dude. JFT, stop giving these away, like, what's going on? Guys, just... That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything. That was a terrible round from JFT. Okay, even though they won the round there, the way they handled Foggers there could have ended a lot worse. But that was... Yeah, that was not good. That was... I'm going to say, if Foggers got like, you know, 2 taps to the head there and like killed 2 players, it would have been like... Yep. That's what you call a fumble. That'd be like, you know, the definition of fumble. It'll be just that play. We shall see. Pushing in towards Cave. Ooh, there's an aggressive push coming in from Hassie. Oh, damn. We shall see. Gee, somehow they cleared that out of advantage as well. Oh, mistake. Critical intervention, but the bomb will actually go to his teammate. Oh, gee, BCLC wasn't ready for his state with the MP9. And this is a bit of trouble here for Larko Taco, and it is. Oh, I gotta say... JFT won that brawl, and then they lost it with the A rotators coming around and stayed on the MP9, getting a lot of critical kills. That gets a State's 10th assist, by the way, that round. State on 10 assists. JFT in a bit of a tailspin at the moment. Round 16 is giving me nightmares, okay? Sorry, not round 16, round 15 is giving me nightmares of JFT not hitting a single shot in Foggers. In fact, their utility, before Foggers was killed, did more damage to Foggers, okay? Not even joking. Like, you can replay that 15th round. Their utility did more damage to Foggers than they did to Foggers until they actually shot him. Ooh, BCRC catches Foggers trying to creep into sight, and that is going to be a free B take. And there's nothing they can do about it. BCRC almost gave himself away there. He walked ahead of the smoke. Jesus Christ, this BCRC guy is very aggressive. He could have caught some mooks on his feet. And that's a save call right away. I don't... See, it's a hard one here, where like the second player in side of KZG may should have waited for his friends to retake, but trying to retake a 4v5 is difficult. But it's a tough one. BCRC did incredibly well to get that 2k and also to really clip a lot of players at the back of site as well. Getting rid of 2 guns is actually quite huge, like extra than what they would have got rid of initially. JFT on 10. Will they force up? Yeah, I gotta say I agree with this. Forcing up for KZG. I liked JFT's extra effort to clear out the back of site on B to make sure they had no chance to retake. But I felt like KZG had made a bit of a mistake, the second player on the B bomb site trying to hold it for a bit longer. Elfmilk gets the entry. We shall see with a... That's a very, very deep smoke, and Elfmilk and the Molotov to cover. Estate probably going to try and... Nah, I can't stop the plant. Retake's actually coming in from A main. Gonna say Coffee's suspecting it. Given that they've got no... Yeah, I was gonna say Coffee's suspecting it, they're coming in from behind. They have a kit? They have a kit on the cross. They have a smoke? They have no smokes, so... Yeah, I think this is what you call a airport. Gonna back out the weapons. They're hunting. Jeez. Assy. Ooh, jeez, he does catch Laco Taco. Did you see the AK? Oh no, don't tell me the AK. Oh, he got it, picked it up. There we go. I was like, don't tell me the AK's got out of the stage. Because that would be horrible. G'day, Ali, man. Dude, he needs to change his name to be We Shall See, okay? Sounds so much better, okay? A lot of puns as well. There's a boost going on as well. We Shall See is going to hear some of that. Oh, he's going to hear some hooks as well. Surprised he didn't operate on that, okay? Then again, it could be a sound bait as well. Could be someone holding the angle. Oh, jeez, Hassy. Oh, brutal at the start, but Laco Taco is somehow alive. Never mind, Foggers. We'll grab the AK. And now it's going to give him an idea of, hey, they're not going B. So the A guys, the tails are up, ready to go. Off angle on mid is Kraz. Kraz has got a pretty strong off angle position. Kaze pops out, but Kraz loses that duel anyway. Now State. I'll see them cross, but I gotta say Samux, he's all by himself with a deagle and a dream. And did they see the shot? No, Samux just a bit late on the first deagle shot, and it's gonna be a bomb plant. And do you go for this? They've got no info, no armor. You don't go for this. It'd be really frustrating for KZG, given the fact that they did get those 2 kills earlier and they got 2 rifles out of it. Just for the bomb site to go down with nothing on the A side. Like, especially Kras, for example, you're getting an AK, just, you know, didn't win that duel against Kazo. JFT got 4 series points. And B shall see, you know, dying for the cause after the bomb. I mean, when you got that much money in the bank, you know, what's an AK worth at this stage? You know what, we should just ban Elfmilk from the channel because he's spoiling again. Elfmilk, you know the courtesies of not posting in the channel until it's over? Passy, going over the Molotovs. Oh, okay, never mind, that's his team, man. I was gonna say, no one on A. The only A defender is, there's no donut player there, or is actually no defenders on A. Are they gonna get back on it? We shall see, just peeking the angles bit by bit. Fortunately, Estate does return over. On the other side of Matt's a 1-for-1 trade, but Estate, see what he can do. Oh no, just he put out the 2-tap. Does take up BHLC with it. It's hilariously a lot of damage though, but Nut Coffee follows up. And doable here for KZG. Cassie. Elfbelk making a lot of noise deliberately, and he's dead. Knife him, just knife him. Knife him. Knife him. Coffee didn't even know he was there. That's the worst part, but either way, JFT win 2-0. And I gotta say, BSHC just absolutely rammed a train through KZG over and over and over and over again. Like I say, overall, KZG, I feel like they just lost a bit of the mental, and it just, you know, they needed a lot more to catch up on than they could really just chew off in the end. And like I say, you know, BSHC was definitely the plow towards the end there to getting them over the line. Yeah, I gotta say, like, a lot of those rounds in particular, like, for KZG was, like, you know, more of, like, what could have been sort of rounds, because, like, there were a lot of rounds in particularly where KZG could have really grasped around and controlled around overall, not just on Ancient, but also on Mirage as well. Like, you know, it's a lot of things where they really grasp and control it in particular, and, like, take those rounds out of the table. I mean, like, for example, like they get those 2 kills early on. I think it was their second last round. I think it was round 19. They get those 2 kills early on, and they aren't able to convert the round after getting 2 rifles. You know, that's just a story of KZG in the series, is that they had a lot of rounds they could convert, but they just unable to, either due to good play by JFT or just fumbling it from their end in particular. The funniest round, obviously, this time around was definitely the 1v4 for Foggers, where JFT missed all their shots on Foggers, and Foggers had a fucking USP. That is just, that is, if Foggers got any kills on that round, okay, any kills at all, or retook the site of 1 round, you know, JFT would be facing a wall for 10 minutes, okay? I would just tell them timeout for 10 minutes, we'd take a tech pause, face the wall, because we should have not lost that round. But that was very humorous. But I gotta say, overall, the funniest clip of that round was Coffee not realizing that he could have just turned around and knifed, who was it? I think it was Samux. Yes, Coffee and Samux did not even know they were next to each other. Play of the round, though, I'm trying to think of the plays of the round in particular. I think BSHC is going to win one of them. Their free K entry to enter. Also, I think the cave dismantlement as well, where they killed all 3 players in cave, or was it B side? I forget. But there was a few good moments there as well. A few gong show moments as well. But overall, was a good series for JFT. JFT really striding their stuff, and they're getting better and better with every series that they have, and you know, really showing their stripes in BO3s. They'll go to the upper bracket, another upper bracket semi-final, where they can. Whoever wins that will go to the LAN event. Sorry, we're just trying to check which maps are on at the moment. So we've got house bets for Vantage. Ooh, Vantage just snuck away from house bets. Oh, it's going to be a tough one. I feel like it's a hard one because house bets is getting into that rhythm where, like, they are unlikely, but they get the workhorse rolling. You know, they get the horse trotting, gets into a gallop, and, you know, just beats you at the final punch. But Vantage have also got, you know, a very, very strong player in Max Wersen now, where Drox doesn't have, like, the weight of the world on his shoulders and being able to clutch out every round. We'll see. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Sorry for being, what is it? Sorry for being a bit aggressive towards people. But yeah. Anyways, guys, we'll raid DFRAG, and we'll have a very, very nice day. You guys have a good day as well. And yeah, you know, tomorrow I will be casting. So yeah.